Out of curiosity, now this is just plain curiosity.
Sure.
Would it be better for a stressed out chef who's overworked 50, 60, 70 hours a week to apply the non-barky, fun, loving, joking, playful husband role while at work? Would it be a good thing or a bad thing?
That is exactly my point. That's exactly my point about the whole thing. So I was so good about being about the mission that early in my career, I didn't give a shit about anybody else. I didn't give a shit about the associate. They're there to fill a role, and that's it. 2 hands and a back. That's what I needed then. And pretty early in my career, I realized that no, man, that's not the way to do it. What's really required is to build a community within your organization, right? And people are built in, people come to a community because they resonate with shared values. So number one, if I can't articulate my organizational's values and they mirror mine, then I can't expect anybody else to show up. So one of the biggest lies that we told ourselves in the industry is that, you leave all your emotion at the door. You leave all that stuff outside. And the reality is that that's impossible because no matter where you go, there you are. So in one way, shape or form, what's affecting you outside emotionally is also inside, and vice versa. You come home, typically, you're not going home. You're stopping at the bar because you want to kind of relax a little bit or about, how it sucks and be a victim of your circumstance. And so the minute I stopped being a victim of my circumstance, because as a victim, I have no power to change anything. It's happening to me. But as I realized that everything that happens to me in my life is a result of my actions, thoughts, or beliefs, then that meant that I can change it. And so my real message is, number one, stop believing your. Number two, ask for help. And number three, be coachable. Be willing to be coachable. Be willing to embrace a different perspective. And you can do that in different ways. You can do it by telling serious stories. You can tell them by humor. Usually works a lot. That's why I like to kind of mix it up a little bit emotionally. And I'm also playing around with the concept of a third podcast called The Line Check, which is a 15-minute podcast, me speaking to them almost like as a coach or leader and taking those same concepts on how to be a better chef that I did before and reworking them into this particular program. But I'm not there yet. Yeah. I would not advocate taking on anything more than one podcast because it starts to kind of divert your attention. And that's been my experience, and could have the possibility of watering down the brand, right? Because as they start to associate you with different things, people get confused about what you're about. That's why I had to go back and embrace the fact that I'm a chef. I spent so much of my career not wanting to be related to a chef because I do other things. I write, I sing, all this other stuff. And then I just kind of threw my hands up. I'm like, people recognize me as Chef Adam Lamb. And so that's kind of the brand. And they know me as Chef Life Radio since 2014. So I get to kind of bring this all together and stop fighting it, I guess, because trying to be seen by somebody else as something other than I am is just an ego story. And again, doesn't really speak to what is my audience really looking for.